Hello and welcome to the Space Between Ideas. I'm Blaine Gates. As you can see, we are working on the To-Do List 3.0. I had a little bit of a late start today, and then it's just been work all day long. Now, this is the standard template. I'm trying to create this standard template. Now, yesterday I had a really interesting conversation. So I have this one lady that I enjoy talking to, and she has all kinds of qualifications. I think I mentioned her before. And I think she's some kind of chemical engineer. And then she was mentioning that she finished the project management certification course. And she's very bright and really enjoyed the conversation. She asked the question about like what are my long-term thoughts about this whole thing that I was, this whole endeavor of developing courses and online tools and software and coaching people and helping people to learn how to become coaches, and then creating a platform where coaches and students can connect with each other. And well, I didn't say it like that. Actually, the way that I said it was, I showed her this State Styles checklist where I talked about when you start a new endeavor, you're not really doing anything, or you have to stop doing things. Then you start kind of feel like it's haphazard. So you're like a blindfolded person, and you're running into trees and you're falling into holes, or you're figuring out best practices. You're doing research. You're creating a process. Eventually, you start to do some A/B testing. So, like, it's either this process or that process, and then slowly you try to bring these other elements of like things that you're starting up and things that are going haphazard. And you're trying to continually develop these processes, and then eventually you come up with your routine. All right. So then, at this point, once you have your routine, then you can then move to start to kill two birds with one stone. How can I get routines, and how can I blend work and processes together so I can achieve more? And then eventually you're going to be able to transcend needing and doing by developing these processes and putting them into automation tools like online courses, software, things like that, delegating work to other people. And she said, yeah, I get it. So the thing is that, like, basically this course will help people to set goals, organize and request results-oriented information, and then achieve their goals. And then the first thing people need to do is identify an endeavor, or they need to select a brainstorming tool based on a management level. So when I meet a new person, then, like, you remember when I created this just a couple weeks ago. So we identify it, maybe they're managing C-level people, maybe they're managing analysts, decision makers, functional managers, or maybe they're at the low level where they're managing individuals and coordinators, because those different levels, they do different things. Maybe they're results oriented, maybe they're making decisions, maybe they're putting together contracts and spurring innovation, or maybe they have a big picture of the organization. In any of those situations, we're looking at brainstorming tools, and we start to work with these tools. So, like, the idea is to use brainstorming tools, therefore help even the least qualified managers achieve the greatest possible results. All right, so that feels like this page is starting to come together. Now, when it starts to come together, that means, like, okay, so, once they're in the matrix, then I feel like, they're going to start achieving outcomes. They're going to start setting goals. They're going to start organizing their thoughts. And then they're going to start achieving those goals. The question that I've been, on for years is, like, how do you identify an endeavor? Because if you tell me your management level, then, okay, we can start working on that specific management level. But if not, then, like, we need to create an endeavor. So I've been working on this for a while. So if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. This was a very smart Russian guy who gave me this quote. And actually, he helped me to really think through this thing. So finding out an activity to discover what you want to work on. And here it is. So describe. If you describe all of these things, eventually you're going to figure out something that you want, something that interests you. And then once you selected what interests you, then you go through this process. Now, this page, this whole, methodology of brainstorming tools is here in the middle. And then at the end, you have to put it in a Kanban.